the 2017 GMC Sierra Denali 2500 four-wheel drive crew cab. This is probably the closest thing to a Cadillac pickup truck that you can buy today. I'm Jay, and welcome to the latest episode of CarBuzz Unboxing Reviews. Before I get started, I want to thank Woodland Motors for letting CarBuzz come on down and film this truck today. So the GMC Sierra. Now, so for that, everything is clear for everyone. The Sierra is the twin of the Chevrolet Silverado. Now, the Silverado, like this Sierra, it is a full-size pickup truck. You can get in 1500, 2500, and 3500 configurations, body styles, cabs, you name it. The difference, though, with the GMCs, just like with the difference between the Chevy Colorado and the GMC Canyon mid-size pickup trucks, is that the GMCs, they cost a little bit more. They have a more premium look, especially on the outside. The interiors are nearly identical, with the exception of the Denalis. Now, the Sierra, just like the Yukon, you can also get it as a Denali. It is pretty much the top of the line, most luxurious pickup truck and SUV that GM offers. Now, in the past, Cadillac used to, believe it or not, offer a pickup truck. It was called the Escalade EXT. It was a twin of the old Chevrolet Avalanche, and it didn't really sell very well, but it had that sort of premium bling appeal, and I could see this Sierra Denali 2500 appealing to those who want to replace that old Escalade EXT with something even bigger and, well, now even more luxurious, because just look at this interior. I mean, you just have leather trim everywhere. It's a jet black leather, full leather bucket seats, heated and vented driver and front passenger seats, a driver memory seat, leather wrapped steering wheel, you name it. And to be clear, this is not like the old GM where you had sometimes kind of questionable materials in the inside, the plastics where, they had that kind of cheap plasticky touch. Now, especially in the Denali here, that's all gone. It's all soft touch materials. And when I get to the pricing, you should be getting top quality materials inside and out. And you do. And because this is the crew cab, it can seat up to 5 passengers. And the rear seating, I mean, you can fit 5 adults back here. And I recently did an unboxing review of the Ram 2500 Mega Cab, which it is kind of this truck's competitor. It's not quite as luxurious as the Sierra Denali, but that Ram was very luxury-like for a heavy-duty pickup truck. And it's amazing to me what people are paying these days for not only these heavy-duty trucks, but just full-size pickup trucks in general. For an example, the Ford F-150 I recently did a review of, that was almost $60,000, and that was the standard size. And this generation of Sierra, I really have to give GM a lot of credit. The interior it's simple and yet very, very elegant. The dash, it's very straightforward. You have HD radio, Apple CarPlay capability, Bose audio system, Bluetooth, 4G Wi-Fi hotspot. There's even a wireless charging pad. And this is an 8-inch color touchscreen. And I think it was just fine. It's a nice system to use. Now, because this is such a wide vehicle, depending on the driver's size, you're gonna have to lean over a little bit to reach the touchscreen, and that's okay. Again, this is a big truck. It's not the standard Sierra Denali 1500. This is the 2500. But just look at this dash. It's incredible to me just how far any of these full-size pickup trucks and now this heavy duties have come. I mean, I remember as a kid, these were just pure work trucks. And just like that Ram 2500 Mega Cab, These are now fully fledged luxury vehicles. And the Denali, again, it's for those who they're already shopping at a GMC store, and they just don't think the standard GMC Sierra is quite luxurious enough for them. And if they're willing to pay the extra money for the Denalis, then there you go. Now, for an example, even though this truck doesn't have it, but these are cool. Adjustable pedals. I mean, you didn't get that on work trucks, not even 10 years ago. You get them now. But even though this truck doesn't have it, you can still get a rear seat entertainment package for an extra $1,500. Also, a rear seat DVD entertainment system for another $2,000. I mean, we're not talking about a Mercedes-Benz S-Class here. We're talking about a heavy-duty crew cab pickup truck. This is real luxury here. And then, of course, you also have a 110-volt AC power outlet, universal home remote, the steering wheel audio controls. It's great. There's literally nothing that this truck is lacking when it comes to luxury these days. Just look how wide that center console is. It's just literally as wide as the Ram 2500s was. I mean, look how deep that is. You could... It is almost, and I said this the same thing with the Ram 2500, you could literally fit a small suitcase or decent sized person there. And because the driver's seats, you can adjust it. Having those adjustable brake and gas pedals, it's really good because GM wants anyone of any height to be able to drive this thing. Even though I think this truck, when I get to the exterior, it just has it's such a manly looking exterior. It's very blocky and chrome and a lot of just that bling factor that, again, I think old Cadillac Escalade EXT buyers will really like. The sunroof here. Now, this is not even standard. This costs, I believe, an extra few $100s. But I would go for it. I definitely would. I mean, in a car as luxurious, or excuse me, a truck as luxurious as this, you gotta have a power sunroof. So how does something like this drive? Well, I'll tell you this. From the driver's seat, you have this awesome commanding view of the road. You feel like you are the king, and you kind of are. The steering itself, it's very sharp and accurate. I also like the steering wheel. The reason being, it's not too button intensive. It's simple, and it's sized exactly right. And having this driver information center control panel here, also really good. Tire pressure monitoring system. You can monitor the fuel, the oil. Again, there's really nothing that this truck doesn't do well. In terms of safety, there's the driver and front passenger airbags, front and side airbags, forward collision alert, a lane departure warning, stability control, ABS brakes, as I mentioned, the tire pressure monitoring system, and it even earned a 4-star overall crash test rating from the US government. Very impressive. Now, unlike the new Ford F-150 and the 250, etc., this does not have an aluminum body. GM is still working with lightweight, high-strength steel. And in many ways, I think maybe steel is better because aluminum is new and it's probably going to be an expensive repair in case any of that aluminum gets damaged or dent in an accident. Steel is just a much easier metal to fix. And it's much cheaper too. Look at that rear seat. 60-40 split folding rear seats as well. Plenty of space. And it's comfortable. That's what's important. If you were to go on a long distance road trip in this thing, and you're a backseat passenger, maybe with the exception of the middle seat, you're going to be just fine. If you're willing to spend an extra few $1,000s for rear seat entertainment and that DVD system, well, you'll keep the kids happy. So towing capacity. Well, GM claims this thing has a maximum towing capacity of 14,500 pounds and a maximum payload capacity of 3,534 pounds. Now, for comparison, that Ram 2500 I did, 17,980 pound towing capacity and a 3,990 payload capacity. So, yes, the Ram has this Sierra Denali 2500 beat when it comes to that, but you can still pull a speedboat in this thing. It's not a problem. And this is a high strength steel bed. This is the standard size bed. It's got a really cool corner step rear bumper with integrated handholds, which is to provide easier access to the box when the tailgate is up or down. And it also has a standard spray-on bed liner, which is a non-skid, anti-corrosive surface. And if you can even see it, check out that prominent Denali logo on the front wall of the box. Yeah, there it is. It's to remind everyone you're driving a Denali, you spent more money for the luxury. Now, GMC also added a remote locking tailgate, and there's standard LED box lighting to help you inside when there's like a tonneau cover, whenever that is installed. Okay, under the hood, this is a 6.6 liter Duramax V8 turbo diesel. It's paired to an Allison 6-speed automatic with a total of 397 horsepower and 765 pound-feet of torque. Now, this engine is actually the optional engine. It costs an extra $9,000. The standard engine is a 6-liter gasoline V8 with 360 horsepower. And this truck, like I mentioned in the beginning, it is also four-wheel drive. And four-wheel drive, as opposed to the standard two-wheel drive, it is a $3,200 option. But let's start up the engine here for a moment. So, okay, I want to just compare a little bit of the power ratings here with the Ram 2500. Now, that had a 6.7 liter inline 6 Cummins turbo diesel with 370 horsepower and 800 pound-feet of torque. So, the power figures between the Ram 2500 and this GMC Denali 2500 are pretty similar. And again, the diesel on the Ram was extra. I believe it was around $7,000 or $8,000 more as well. But people are paying for it, and I think the diesel is, in many ways, for this particular truck, the smarter way to go. Reason being, this engine and transmission combo offers a maximum highway range of up to 680 miles on a single fill-up. And yet this truck weighs around, well, nearly 7,400 pounds. But let's take a look at this exterior here, because it's so manly looking. Look at all that chrome. I love that blocky styling. It's maybe a little conservative for some, but it's just pure American pickup truck to me. Now, this is painted what they call iridium metallic. It costs an extra $395. You have power folding chrome trailing mirrors with power glass and turn signal. That's an extra $300. And yet nearly 2/3 of the cab structure is made, again, is from high-strength steels. You also have 20-inch chrome wheels. They're wearing all-season tires, front fog lamps, front recovery hooks, body color front and rear bumpers, LED lighting even for the cargo box, and 6 tubular chrome assist steps as well. And if you're standing next to this thing, it's all business. I mean, it's a massive hunk of a truck, let me tell you. So what's the competition? Well, that's very easy. As I mentioned, you already have the Ram 2500. There's also the Ford F-250 Super Duty, and of course the Chevy Silverado 2500. This car is twin, but again, the Silverado does not have a Denali luxury type equivalent. And there's also, and you should check this out too, the new Nissan Titan XD. That's a very interesting new truck, also with a Cummins turbo diesel. Now, pricing. So this Denali here, again, this is top of the line for GM in terms of luxury, full-size, heavy-duty pickup trucks. Base price, $57,790. But this truck right here has got almost $11,000 worth of extras. So all in, this truck would cost you $68,395. Expensive? Absolutely. But yet, GMC claims that 1 out of 4 HD truck buyers are opting for the chrome-tastic Denalis. Go figure. They love the luxury. And because Cadillac doesn't offer anything like this, these luxury truck buyers have to go somewhere, and GM wants them to go to a GMC store and look at this. So what do I like about this truck the most? Well, first off, it's luxury. They nailed it. It's great. The cabin, it's really quiet when you're driving. It's got great driving characteristics as well. And above all, I love that exterior chrome and that manly styling going on. What don't I like? Well, that's easy. The pricing. I mean, this isn't even fully loaded and it costs nearly $70,000. And yet a quarter of HD truck buyers, according to GM, are opting for the Denali. So go figure. Okay, everybody, I'm out of time for today. Thanks for watching. Any more questions for me about the Sierra Denali 2500, leave them for me in the comment section below. And be sure to subscribe to the CarBuzz YouTube channel. Thanks again for watching, everyone. See you next time.